guys, so today I'm doing another collab video. This one is with Holly at Miss Holly Berries, Lindsay at Lindsay Does Nails, Zenora at Zen Network, Yuki at Warm Vanilla Sugar 0823, and Amy at Nail Polish Baby 90. I will link everybody's channels down below. We should all have the videos up like roughly at the same time. So today's collab is actually going to be our most worn nail polishes. To preface this, I realized when going through my polishes, I don't have a lot of like very worn polishes. The ones that I do have were mostly used up like back in the day when I was first getting into nail polish and I didn't have like a ton to choose from. And then I'm just saying I'm going to have like probably the most boring of the videos because I do a lot of swatching, I do a lot of reviewing, and I don't generally wear the same polish a lot anymore, but I do have a few. So the first one that I have, this is the white that I use under all of my nail art if I do white. It's the one I've been using lately anyway. It's LPI's Alpine Snow. It's right about down to here, so it's not super used compared to, I'm sure, what other people are going to show you for this collab. But it is the one that I usually go for under water marbles and gradients and stuff like that because it applies really smoothly. It takes 2 coats, dries thin. So like when I do nail art, like I said, gradients, water marbles, you don't want anything that's really thick because you already have to have a white base. You don't want to add that other layer to it. This is also a really good white for under neons as well because it's not super thick after it dries down, so you're not adding a ton of polish on top of it and making like a really thick nail. The other two that I have that are boring are the black and white. These are both from the Sally Hansen Extreme Wear. This is pre-formula change. I don't know if these were affected by the formula change, but I have blackout and white on. Blackout is right about down to here, and white on is a little over halfway. These are my swatching black and white. Now the white, especially now that it's down to the bottom, but the black is a 1-coater, and the white I can kind of get away with 1 coat now that it's a little bit thicker because it's been used so much. So when I do swatches and I do anything over a black, or if I swatch anything over a black or a white, I go for these ones because I only have to do 1 coat. It's 1 less coat, 1 less step to actually getting my picture or my video done. So yeah, those are pretty much almost gone because those are my swatching black and white. Now on to actual colored polishes. So the first one is the one I'm wearing today. This is Sally Hansen's Pacific Blue. My bottle's right about down to here. It's not quite halfway. I use this a lot, and I'm not too worried about it because I do have, I believe, 2 backups, and I know I can still find them somewhere if I really want them. But yeah, I use this a lot. This is like the perfect like out the door and done color for me because it's opaque in 1 coat, and it's a little bit, I don't want to say it's a little bit thicker of a formula, but it's just a little bit less runny. So it's really easy to control quickly without having to do a lot of cleanup, and that also helps in the opacity too. So this is the original Pacific Blue. It's not like this anymore, but I know you can still find these on eBay, and I know some people have even been able to find them in stores recently, like, you know, in the back of the display or even in the front. I know I found one like back in November, but yeah. So this one is another one that I use a lot. The next 4 are actually all China Glaze. When I first got into nail polish, I used a lot of China Glaze, and these ones were my favorites. So the first one that I have is Flip Flop Fantasy. I have heard that this has been changed. This is the original because it is an older bottle. It's not super far down. It's about down to here. I can shake it up now. I wanted to be able to see the fill lines. I was trying not to move these too much. But this is a gorgeous, like, neon coral-y pink almost. It's a really pretty color. I don't know what the reformulated version looks like. I know they changed it, but yeah, this is a great polish. It dries matte, so that's a little bit annoying. I had been layering this over white pretty much since I got it, but I'm looking at it now. I haven't worn this in a very long time, but I know I always used to layer it over white, but I'm looking at it in the bottle. And I've also heard a lot of people say that this is like a good, 2 to 3 coater. It's a little bit streaky, but I don't know why I was layering it over white because I'm looking at it in the bottle, like actually pulling it out, and I don't think that it needs it at all, so I don't know why I was doing that. But I might have to actually try this one out again because it's been a while since I've worn it, and now I'm kind of hoarding it because I don't know how hard it is to find this original version. But I do need to get back into that one. The other one that I have is about the same fill line. It's like down to here. It's nothing impressive, but for my collection, that doesn't happen very often. And this is Pool Party. I believe this is from the same collection as Flip Flop Fantasy. This one I also always layered over white, but looking at it in the bottle and like actually looking at how it flows in the brush, I don't think that was necessary. But this is just a really great hot neon pink. I do think that wearing this one over white is going to make it a little bit brighter than wearing it on its own. Flip Flop Fantasy it looks like it has a little bit of a white, almost like creamy base to it, so that one might not change too much of a white, but this one, even though you don't really need it, does make it brighter. Another one that I have, also from China Glaze, this is Sunset Sail. This is about half gone. This was my favorite nude for the longest time until I found Deborah Lippmann's Naked. This is, again, when I was first getting into nail polish, and the first time I put like a nude polish, it was this one, on my nails, and saw how it looked. I just thought that was the coolest thing. Like, I had never seen my nails look like that. I had never even considered a nude polish before, and I just about wore this bottle out. So it's halfway down. It's pretty thick. It's definitely going to need some thinner, but I don't think it's completely gone yet. This also has a really pretty silver shimmer to it. So it's a nude with a silver shimmer. It's not like the perfect mannequin hands nude for my skin tone, but it was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it, like the time that we had together before I knew any better. So there is Sunset Sail. And the last one that I have is also from China Glaze. This is Ruby Pumps, and again, this bottle's about halfway down. This is a darker red jelly base with red micro glitter in it, and I have bought bottles of this as gifts for like 3 or 4 people that I can think of because it's just such an amazing red, and it looks, I mean, now that I have tried as many brands as I have tried, it's not as amazing to me as it was when I first got it. It's a little bit nostalgic, but it's not like the best anymore for me. But it definitely looks a lot better on the nail than it does in the bottle. You really can't get that sparkle and that reflect that you get out of it just in the bottle. I love this red. Like I said, I bought it for like 4 people as gifts because every time I let somebody use my bottle, they fall in love with it, and I end up buying them their own. But yeah, I still have used a ton of this one, and again, haven't worn it in like a really long time. So those are my most worn polishes. There are a couple other polishes that I could mention that I wear a lot now, but they don't have like a big fill line, you know. Zoya's Cheetah is one that I can think of that it's a 1-coat polish. As many times as I've worn it lately, it hasn't really started to show too much of a fill line because I only need 1 coat. Another one that I can think of that I've worn a lot is Polished by Jessica Jean's Red Velvet Frosting. I've worn that one a lot too, but not like crazy fill line kind of worn it a lot. So those are my most worn polishes. Not so much lately, but in my collection, those are my most worn polishes. Again, I will link everyone's channel that I did this collab with down below, so you guys can check those videos out as well. I'm sure they were way more exciting than mine was. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and I will talk to you later. Bye.